Hi, everyone. We have author Kimani Lauren here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kimani Lauren. I am the author of the Secrets from the Bridge series, as well as a standalone novella called Monaysia. I have been published since 2012, but I just went full steam into the writing world in 2020. I'm also the owner and editor at Perfectly Polished Words, and I am very excited to be here with Sip and Flip Book Club today.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So what was your first book baby?
My first book baby was Monaysia. It was a little novella. I was just putting little snippets on Facebook, and then right before it got done, I compiled it into a novella and put it out. It was about teen suicide, so all the proceeds from that one have always been donated to youth enrichment programs to make sure that there's something out there for Black teenagers to be excited about and look forward to.
Oh, that's amazing. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And what inspired you to start writing?
Well, when I was about 9 years old, I read this book called Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. I swear that's every Black girl's favorite book. But I closed that book and it was like I was transformed after closing that book. And I remember the way that I inhaled. I was in my seat at school, I inhaled and I said, you know what? I need to make somebody feel the way that this book has me feeling right here at this moment. And so I started on my journey. I had my little mead composition notebook and RSVP Pentel pens, and the rest is history. I just started writing and never stopped after that.
Okay. And how many books have you written?
So far, I have written, how many of you are there? I'm on my way to my 5th book.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so what book are we going to discuss today?
Today we are going to discuss Here I Lay Part 2, So Going Over You. It is part of the Secrets from the Bridge series, and the series is based on a fictional town, predominantly Black, but it's segregated by class system instead of by race, because there aren't a really diverse group of people there. So everything is divided by a class system, and your class status is determined by how close you live to this bridge. The bridge is a little bit spooky. Some people say it's haunted, but that's really the things that they've done to make this city the way that it is, that's making them feel spooky. And for one reason or another, they feel it, especially when they're going across this bridge. In part 2, we have Monaysia Giles, who is the mother of a child. She just had her first baby. She hooked this guy into having a baby because she knew that if she had his baby, he would do anything for her. What she didn't know was that it had to be on his timeline because of everything that he is going through, because he lives on the wrong side of this bridge. So there's a lot of media manipulation into thinking that certain things are going on this side of the bridge, like they're lying and saying that they're drug dealing. Kids disappear on this side of the bridge and they say that the parents are selling them, but it's actually somebody else stealing them who is not so the last people that you would think would be stealing kids are stealing kids and selling them into slavery. So they're blaming the parents for this happening. So she doesn't understand that he has to keep a low profile, and his family is kind of at the center of all this. His family is being attacked the hardest. She doesn't understand that she can't have everything that he can give her right when she wants it. So they are butting heads a lot. They're very toxic. And then on top of everything else, she's suffering from postpartum depression really badly and doesn't want to admit it. So there are a lot of things being talked about in this book. But on top of everything else, they're a very toxic couple. They were really toxic in part one, and I didn't think that people were gonna like that. People really love a toxic couple, and I don't.
Don't we just love drama? We love the drama. Yes, we do.
I was like, okay, you guys like this? All right, let me write something else toxic. I got more.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Going through all of her postpartum depression. He's trying to help her, but then he's kind of getting fed up with trying to help her. So there's a lot about being a partner to someone who is suffering through mental illness and not getting help for it. And then they just start doing stuff to each other just to be doing it. And it all comes to a head in this book. And now she's trying to find her way out of what they started.
Okay. And that's good that you touched on that, because not many authors don't touch on postpartum depression. And, that's something that goes on a lot in our community, and it's not something that's talked about. So yes, that's really good. And how long did it take you to finish writing this book?
Oh, it takes me years to write this book. I've been writing this book for about, when did I decide I was gonna write this book? About 5 years.
5 years, wow.
Yeah. It took me a long time to really be able to carve out my time to be a writer, because I was a single mother for a while and working a lot of jobs, and just then you get married and you got to get into your routine with another person, and you got to say, no, yes, I go to work, I leave the house and go to work, but this is also my job. So now I have the time to sit down. The pandemic just made everybody sit down. So making the most out of that now.
Absolutely. And how about part one? How long did it take you to write part one?
Actually, that's part of the 5 years, because it was all going to be one book at one point, but then the book just got longer and longer and longer, so I had to split it up. So it's going to be 5 parts, and it spans over about 10 years. I write long series, so.
Nice. Okay, are you coming out with part 3 soon?
Part 3 is going to be released on October 13th. And then I'm gonna chill for a minute on this series. There's another series that comes out, because all the books are part of the Secrets from the Bridge series, has a bunch of other books that stem out from it. So in order to keep the timeline going, I start another series and then pick this one back up again after 2 parts of the next series come out.
Okay, and who's your favorite character in I've Gotta Have It? Is it Monaysia?
No. Monaysia is a revenge. You're in a book club and you do a lot of author interviews, so I'm sure that you've heard a lot of people start writing because they want to kill people, or they want to hurt somebody who hurt them. Yeah, Monaysia is that person. So no, she is not my favorite. My favorite character would have to be either Melinda or Chills. They're secondary characters, but Chills is the love that I had for my father when he was alive. So I tried to embody that in his character. So he was my favorite to write. And then Melinda was just like the fly big sister that I never had. So writing her was very fun.
Okay. And tell everyone where they can purchase your books at.
Well, right now, the Here I Lay series is on Kindle Unlimited. All my other books are available everywhere that you can buy ebooks. So Nook, Kobo, Google Play, all of the ebook platforms in the libraries.
Perfect. And what are your social media handles?
Kimani Lauren Books on all of them except for Twitter. On Twitter, I am Kimani Lauren PPW for Perfectly Polished Words.
Okay. And are you a reader as well?
I am an avid reader.
Okay, that's good. And is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your books?
I would like to say that $1 from each book that is purchased is donated to Rise Above Poverty, the Syracuse chapter where I live. And there is also a historical fiction series that is going to be released probably around January-ish, beginning of next year, that is going to touch on how this town became the way that it was. So I want everybody to be on the lookout for that as well if you are a historical fiction lover.
Thank you, Kimani. That is wonderful.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us about your other book? What is that? Consider Your...
This is Consider Your Ways. This is the anchor book for the series. So everybody that has a book in the series, you meet in Consider Your Ways. And this is talking about how they started to battle the class system that was established. They're fed up. And a character from Here I Lay actually has a second chance at love in this one. So everybody who reads the Here I Lay series should be excited about that. And through this character's second chance at love, they kind of start a revolution, kind of like Queen and Slim, but without the screwing on the side of the road.
Okay.
But yeah, they kind of start a revolution through their relationship. They don't really mean to, but they do. And then once they realize what's going on, they work hard to make sure that all this class system, the kidnappings and the media lies come to an end. So I'm really hoping that people read and love that book, because that is the baby. That is the one that started this whole journey.
Consider Your Ways.
Consider Your Ways, yes.
Okay. So for your new book readers, you would suggest that they start off with Consider Your Ways and then go to the I've Gotta Have It?
Yes, because I wrote the series backwards, trying to do something a little bit different. So Consider Your Ways is just gonna let you know who you're gonna meet and what you can expect going into the rest of as you branched out into the series.
That is good to know. Thank you so much. Thanks again.
Thank you. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
I enjoy speaking with you too. I look forward to reading your books and sharing them with the ladies.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. That was author Kimani Lawrence telling us about her books. Make sure you go out and purchase a copy, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos below. Bye.